Looking at the Brazil national team that were knocked out by Norway last night, and looking at what has been going around, people have been blaming Carlo Ancelotti, people have been blaming Vinicius, people have been blaming everybody concerning how Brazil were knocked out last night. And looking at it, that people are blaming Vinicius for handing over the ball to Bruno Gomes because he was the main man in the team, right? He was perceived as the main leader of the team. But in that game yesterday against Norway, when Brazil got the penalty, he took the ball and gave it to Bruno, right? Which Bruno played and missed. A lot of people have been talking. Why would he do that? He should have converted that penalty. And if he had converted that penalty, he could have shifted the rhythm of the game. That the whole of tension would have been on Norway, not on Brazil. But because of he missed that penalty, that was why there was no ginger, there was no firework coming from the Brazilian squad. Now, in midst of all of this, talking here and there, Carlo Ancelotti have come out to say that yes, that in terms of taking order, in terms of the penalty shootout, that Vinicius was not even among the fourth taker. He's not even the fourth taker. He's the fifth penalty taker in the squad. That shows you that Vinicius is not even a good penalty taker. Of which, if he had taken it, he might have even missed it. What if Vinicius have taken that penalty and missed it? What would have been the opinion of people now? What would people be saying at this point in time? Right? Now, Vinicius also come out that it is not in him, that it was Carlo Ancelotti who ordered him to give the ball to Bruno. Right? And this has been the setup for Brazil. They have each player how they take penalties, right? Bruno is not even a bad player. Yes, it's quite sad that he missed the penalty that anybody can even miss. The great players have missed penalty. So who is Bruno that will not miss penalty? It is quite unfortunate and it is sad that the game wasn't for Brazil yesterday. Yes, it is hard to accept, but it wasn't for Brazil yesterday, right? We saw what Norway did. Norway played a very better game than Brazil. Norway had a purpose. They were attacking with everything they have. You could see anytime they are transiting from their back attacking, you could see the attackers, having, position and how they move. That is how purposeful they were last night against this Brazil. I think their strategy worked for them. How the coach of this Norwegian team goes about planning strategically how he want to curtail, how he want to defeat this Brazil, worked perfectly for him. And kudos to Haaland, who could not miss those two great opportunities and he converted them. And looking at what Haaland have been saying, he said, scoring goals, but he don't even know how to do it. He doesn't know how he does it. But the thing is, he knows that he always been focused, he's always been determined, and anytime that ball comes to him, he knows how to score. That is how a clinical striker is. Right? So we shouldn't take anything away from this Norwegian team that that they were lucky. No, they outplayed this Brazil team. They played well. I never expected this kind of performance from the Norwegian team. I never expected it. So these boys went all out to beat this Brazilian team that had the likes of Vinicius, Neymar, Bruno Gomes, the best goalkeeper for Liverpool, is also in their squad. Looking at the defense, when you can talk about Brazil, they have the squad, but this Norwegian team knocked them out. First thing I was thinking maybe the thing they did against Ivory Coast was a fluke. Little did I know that what was coming was even bigger. Massive kudos to Norway and massive kudos to Haaland for taking that that responsibility in qualifying his nation, and to think that this is their first time ever in the World Cup, and to think that this is first time for Haaland to play in the World Cup, surprises me the more. Right? Massive kudos to all of them that played yesterday. Congratulations to Norway.